All right, everybody, give me just a few minutes here to go ahead and make sure that everywhere I want to go live is going live. Let's see. Do the we talk about locks in the lock section. Do the let's see, lock picking lounge. We'll go ahead and go there. Lock picking serious. We'll go there. And let's see whether or not there's anything for us in Reddit, and I don't think so. All right. So, well, let me double check that as well. All right. Let's do an EDC review. Let's see. A live view of EDC. And I think we're good without it. All right, so let's go ahead and do a live view of EDC. This thing has to go from 11 o'clock at night until 11:30 at night minimum. We are starting at 11:50, 11:51. Let's go ahead and go from that, right? So, all right. The minimum requirement for what I was looking for was an everyday carry. I want to single pin pick locks, right? That is the end of the story. Is I want to single pin pick locks. Okay. Let's go ahead and look at what that actually amounts to. So, starting off, we have a Southern Specialties. This picks out. So, we've got a method for tension here. This is actually a really interesting tension wrench. And then beyond that, inside of the EDC is a plethora of picks. Let me go ahead and say that there is a plethora of things. There are a couple picks and a couple rakes. Like this is, I don't know. It's super tight, not incredibly mobile. I just completely broke my fingernail on this trying to show off that it has like a couple rakes, a couple, I don't know, probes, whatever. Something to maybe, I don't know, get into your car or whatever. This is not great. Like, first off, here's tension. That's it. This is the extent of tension. You lose. You're not functional. Like I have to do bottom QA tension and deal with the fact there's super tight, like non-functional picks. Like I think maybe there might have been something in there that was worthwhile. I don't know. Let's see if I can get this back in. I mean, there's just so many problems with this. So, okay, the pick is kind of in there. Kind of have it. All right. So, this is the condition it would be in when I go to put it back in my pocket. Nope. Done. Not going to happen. So this one is the Sparrow's Escort. So starting off here, we got, nice, actually looks really good. Touched your pocket. Yeah, real good. Looks like a pocket knife. that right there is, yeah, there's your tension tool. Right. Then you've got all of your pins. As far as single pin picking goes, this is gorgeous. I love it. Love everything about it. Right. As far as pins go, two SPP actual picks. One of them kind of looks like a monkey paw. So let's go ahead and close everything else off except for this pick, right? Bring him up and locked in place. Very nicely locked in place. But that, I mean, like, this is fine if you intend on doing like bottom of keyway shit. Like, you're gonna do yellow and white. I mean, yellow, orange, white. Like, the majority of what you're going to be working with is above this. Like, this is a problem. Thinking that this is okay is a problem. Okay. You're going to use top of keyway tension. Bottom of keyway tension is done after like orange belt. So 75 to 80% of what you're going to work with is not going to use this. Or if you do use this, it's going to be in a very interesting manner. Like, it'll be like I'm going to fold it in on itself and make it turn in a different way. It's not going to be hey, this is my primary tool. Now, this, a lot of effort, does not push in. Yep, doesn't want to push in. So we open it back up. All of a sudden, it pushes back in. All right, cool. So, not difficult to get that back in. Not incredibly unhappy with that. I am good to go with that. I'm just not happy with this. Like, this guy right here. It's awesome that this slides out, but at the end of the day, it's some weird ass top of keyway pardon me, bottom of keyway tension that you're not going to use beyond like 3 or 4 locks. I'm just not happy about it. All right, I have to cover this. I apologize, guys. The Covert Companion Pro just came out. It does not meet our use case. Our use case is single pin picking, sitting in a chair, picking, while we have family members doing other things, we have to put our picks away within 30 seconds. This meets requirements. This is the Riz pick. All right. So the Riz pick, love it. Looks good. Fantastic. Except for the fact that you've got like this part to lay your hand upon and this very sharp edge that you're going to be picking with. And it's like, okay, cool. So let's actually open this up to what I would use it with. This does not feel bad in the hand. This actually feels fine in the hand. This feels great. The other aspect of this would be a little container inside of a, oh God, what do they call it? The Slim Tickler. Inside of the Slim Tickler, there would be this and some turning tools, some of these guys that you'd be able to go, Oh yeah, I'm turning in picking, right? Like, let's see this guy. So yeah, that's fine, but it's the fact that they both come out of the tool, and the tool itself is now just a carrier for these pieces. Kind of a little bit of problem with that. So the winner, the all-time fantastic, wonderful winner here is the Swick. Magnets on the side. We have these pieces on either side. We've got, you can actually connect them on either side as well. So if you're in the middle of picking and both of the top of keyway uh, tension pieces are out of case, you can attach them to either side. It does not matter. And then once these pieces are tensioned in, you can also push on either side and grab them. They are all of a sudden ready and available, even with these strong magnets keeping them in. If you need to do any type of bottom of keyway tension, so as I said, top of keyway tension was key, right? So if I'm going to actually dig in and do any type of top of keyway tension, like I would on this lockwood, done. That's it, right? If you were to ask me to do that with bottom of keyway tension, oh my gosh. Let's see if that works. And then you can go ahead and try to pick it, but on this lock in particular, you're picking from the bottom of the keyway, and now you've just blocked off about half of the holes for the paracenter keyway. So you've already screwed up how I'm going to pick this. Add in. Now you have all of these guys. So you've got that guy, probe. You got all of the different types of rakes. You've got a number 5. That is key to what we're doing now. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Everything on that side. And then on this side, you've got 6. Let me pop these out to make sure that people actually understand what I'm saying. You have 6 of what I consider bottom of keyway tensioning tools. So 6 bottom of keyway tensioning tools. You have these 2 physical top of keyway tensioning tools, which end up being 4 top of keyway tensioning tools. And then you have the entire pick set here. This is the clear winner for me. I mean, when it comes down to it, once you get beyond this, the green lock, the American lock 1100, this requires top of keyway. You can say no, it doesn't all day long. I say it does. Go ahead and go to the pack lock. Pack lock, you can do it at top of keyway, bottom of keyway. Learn on top of keyway. Lockwood. Show me somebody doing bottom of keyway lock picking on a Lockwood. The 7240 on Avis. This is a top of keyway lock pick because the paracentricity leads you all the way to the bottom just to allow you to push hard enough to pick the lock. I'm over the moon on this one with the you have to pick this way, that way, and the other way. You don't have to pick this way, that way, or the other way. But when it comes down to it, what leads to a successful pick? If you can't successfully pick a lock, then why are you saying that that is the ideal, or why is that the tool you're going to use? I disbelieve. I'm in disbelief on. Let me pick these guys apart again. I'm in disbelief about a lot of things in regards to this, where I think we are not communicating properly, where people do not understand there's holes in the keyways. There are people that want to create YouTube channels and pretend they're smart. There's people that don't want to interact at all. There's just a lot of people out there that want to interact with the lock sport community that really need to take a step back and look at what's available to them, and what is it that we're trying to do. Are we trying to pick locks? Are we trying to understand how locks work? Are we trying to figure out how to build locks? Are you a locksmith? Are you trying to do above and beyond what other people have done? And I'm telling you, my fingernails have been ripped to shreds on this. So hopefully this will be the last of that. All right, let's see what we got. Let's see if I can get this guy moved over. As I've said, feels like I've got daggers sticking underneath my fingernails after all the things I've been through. See if this guy does anything for us. Let's see. Feels like everything is said in here wrong. I think I have all of them otherwise ready to go. Let's see what we got. feels way too freaking tight. I don't know why, but feels like somehow I fucked up on getting this into there. Other side looks tight. Looks tight. Let's see what we got. Let's push your ass back. There we go. Down. All right. That seems fine. Let's see what we got. All right. So now I know exactly how terrible that sounds when I'm like, trying to pick out, let's see, 6 tension tools on the back end and then 2 on either side. I'm like, yeah, well, it's fine. And it's like, well, it's clearly not fine if you're trying to pick them out. No, it's fine. Like, I am okay with the fact that there are 3 on either side. And then there's these guys right here. I am fine with that. The simple fact of the matter is, as an EDC, what I'm looking for is the ability to grab a lock, have some fucking method of tension, have some method of pick, and ready to go, right? This guy right here, I drop it out. It's at bottom of keyway tension. That's great. That's fine. But when it comes down to it, what I'm actually trying to use is top of keyway tension, which the SWIC has as magnets, and then the same picks. So no top of keyway tension. Sparrows, done. Can't do it. This guy, the Southern Specialties, this thing is honestly the only way I can describe it is adorable. It's like, yeah, this thing is kind of a tool. I would love, absolutely love to say that there's any useful activity that I can do with what came from CI. Like Covert Instruments, you guys, you were not for sale while you were building your Covert Companion Part 2. That was not there. The FU is not available right now. This with the picks as the what the fuck do you guys call it again? The Covert Companion Slim Tickler. Okay. It's this. That's it. Right? Like, and then there's another little box full of sideways tensioners. It's nothing. This is actually what you want. The SWIC, that's it. Done. Game over. The SWIC is what you want. That is actually the correct tool for the job for everybody that's out there going, how do I single pin pick up what I'm doing while I'm doing it, close it up, walk 20 feet, walk back 20 feet, and pick it back open and get back to what I'm doing. The SWIC is the answer. That is exactly what it is that we are looking for is a SWIC. If you want something like a Sparrows, the Escort, if you want this, you're looking for bottom of keyway tension. Okay, you're still doing white, yellow, orange level. Southern Specialties, you're playing with locks. I don't fucking know. This top of keyway tension, all the way to purple immediately. all the way to purple. If I have to pack up and move along to somewhere else, that is my gateway. That is what I'm taking with me. That is the solution that I'm going to go ahead and put as an EDC. So the SWIC wins. For covert instruments, I am not trying to shit talk you. I understand you just put out that wonderful covert companion part 2. That is a bypass tool. That is not a single pin pick tool. That is not an EDC for SPP. That is a I want to get through all the locks as fast as possible tool. I'm somewhat even against putting in any of the rakes. Like as weird as that sounds, like what my goal is to for the what I'm trying to play with is a single pick solution. So you're doing a single pin pick solution, you need to have this. This is it. All right. Give me about 30 seconds. I'll be right back. All right. So, as I dig through all of these different pieces and parts, let's see, I have nothing in the chat, which actually kind of makes me happy because I am actively trying to meet a requirement without having to exceed the requirement. So, um, all of these different pieces and parts that you guys see here with the locks and the EDCs, the entire goal of this conversation was to go over every single aspect of an EDC, all of the different pieces, parts, explain why they are the way they are, explain what it is that we want out of them. Oh, good. Mountain Mick is here. All right, good. So, when I'm looking at all the pieces and parts of the everyday carry, what I see that is missing is the consideration for the single pin picker. It's always the everything picker. Let me see if I can pop this open to show you guys. So when it comes down to it, this is useful. This is useful a little bit. That's useful. That's useful. This is not useful for a single pin picker. This is not useful for a single pin picker, right? And this is the Sparrows. It's I love it. Like it really is a nice tool because you can turn with it as long as you're doing bottom of keyway. But the problem is that once you get past a certain level, you have to use top of keyway tension. And once you're using top of keyway tension, you're kind of restricted, right? Like what's your tool set? So um, let me review again. This guy right here, this is the Southern Specialties. Like, this guy is, I hate to say it, this is completely worthless. Like, this is the extent of the tension tools. This is it. That's it. That's all you get. Um, you get, as far as picks, you have a lot of options here, and almost none of them have anything to do with single pin picking. So, um, as I'm shopping for things to buy, Southern Specialties is actually bottom of the list. Like, this is not worthwhile in any way, shape, or form. So, closing this guy up. Now that Mountain Make is on here, I can actually review this again so that he can see it. This is the Swick. This is actually the winner of what I want to see in an EDC. This is all of the picks that you want. So, um, like I said, I am going to do a single pin pick. When I'm stopped, you have a probe, and you've got 4 different varieties of rakes, and then we're into 4 different varieties of pins, and then we've got 2 different types of flags, which honestly, they're not really flag. Pardon me. You've got 2 different types of flags and another probe. Um, you can do just about everything with this. These guys are the reason that I'm here. I have used these in live video. As a matter of fact, to get my green belt, and when my blue belt comes through, I have to do a couple other things to get the blue belt. These are actually the tension tools that I'm using. So this is the real deal right here. Is on the Swick. You actually get everything you need for picking, and then you'll see right here the 3. I've already taken it apart once on camera, but you have 6 because there's 3 on each side. You have 6 of these different tension tools. Apologize, these things really do get tight. Let me get this guy out. So this is 1 of 3 on that side. There are 3 more on the other side. So you do have bottom McKeeway tensioners that are available, not just available, but they're integrated into the tool. They lock in, so push it up, push it in. This guy's gonna end up just as locked in. And once he's in, we now have that EDC that we've been talking about, the Swick. So the Swick is, like I said, by far my favorite everyday companion. Stick it in your pocket, take it out. I have done. Let's see. I have picked the Lockwood with it. I've picked the Pack Lock with it. I have picked the Avis with it. I have picked my 1100 with it. I have picked, not finding my master lock out down here. I've picked at least 6 locks with the Swick. And that is the everyday carry that, hey, I'm taking this with me. These are my challenge locks. These are what I'm going to go ahead, throw in and show that I can absolutely pick a blue level lock. I can absolutely pick a green level lock. I've done it with the Swick. I can't say that about the Riz pick here. Pardon me, the God, what do they call it? The Slim Rizzers or whatever that's they want to call it from Covert Instruments. I have not done it with the Escort from Sparrows. I have not done it with the special Southern Specialties. I have only done this with the Swick. This is the equivalent of a pick set with top of keyway, bottom of keyway tensioners included. This is the actual tool that you want. This is what you are going to be able to use. That equates to single pin picking, full scale tool set. I would love to say that the FU set meets that, but as long as CI is, or pardon me, Covert Instruments is not releasing a full set, all you're going to get is the partial set that I bought, the Covert Instruments Riz, what is it, the Riz pick, and whatever they called their tensioning set. It's not a bad set, but it's certainly not a everyday carry. It looks like a pocket knife. Southern Specialties, guys, I'm sorry, but this doesn't actually equate to a lockpicking set. Sparrows, guys, where's top of keyway? No offense. I mean, like, I really enjoy this, but you know, this is a good set right here. With the exception of the fact that it doesn't have top of keyway. This function alone, being able to drop your tensioner and then immediately pick up um, all of the other pieces. So being able to immediately pick up all of your picks, that's wonderful. Like, I love that. But right here, you attach 2 magnets to the side, and now you have the top of keyway tensioner. You did it on both sides, and you have 2 different sides. Sparrows, pay attention. Like, you're the closest. I don't think Covert Instruments is anywhere near that. I don't think that Southern Specialties is. I don't think they're in the running, honestly. Like, this is honestly the yellow orange pick set. This is I don't want to say it's not for serious pickers, because it is for serious pickers. It's for serious pickers that are a very specific lock level. That's what this is for. This Sparrows, add the magnets, add the talk, do it. You're so close. Covert Instruments, you're trying to be a bypass tool for about 1 million people. Um, I'm still stuck on the Swick. I don't know how to bypass the Swick. Like, this is the best tool for everything that I've come across. All right. So now that I've discussed these guys, I've beaten it to death. Everybody knows I love the Swick. Let's go ahead and discuss the thing that I really want to discuss. I want to discuss why I'm so mad at the people on oh god, what is it? Reddit, um, Discord, everybody that's online right now. Let's go ahead and just put it that way. Okay. What we have here is a paracentric keyway. There was somebody online talking about you have to have a thinner and thinner hook to get into a paracentric keyway. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and do this number 5. I want to make sure you guys see this is a number 5, probably at a .20. You know, this is common. This is the Riz pick. This is not anything special. This is not anything that does some ghost shit to get in between the paracentric keyway. You have to have tension, right? So this is a really thick tensioner also. Like this actually isn't going to work. Let me find a good tension. Probably going to be, I don't know. Let's see about this guy. This guy, top of keyway. Nah, he's not thick and thin enough. We'll do this guy, top of keyway. And push him, right? Oh, push him right out. Okay. So what people think is you have to get in right here, and they're mad about top of keyway because it blocks, because you have to pick right there, because it's paracentric. They think you have to pick right here. They think that you have to pick right where the tensioner goes in. That is incorrect. In the wording, there are holes. So when you go in from the bottom, you are able to pick through the holes. I'm trying to figure out how to show this so that people can see it as at the best they can. There are holes down at the bottom. So bottom of keyway, if you were to take this out and try to do even this, let's see. Trying to do that. As you try to reach in to get into the bottom of keyway holes that I was just talking about, you have now completely blocked that. I apologize. I'm trying to gain focus here. You've completely blocked that trying to pick it by going bottom of keyway. You have to go top of keyway on the tension because there are holes down here that lead to the pins to pick. And I have quite literally seen people on this channel stating that you have to get the 0.15 or whatever picks because you're not going to be able to fit your pick in with a paracentric keyway, and they pretend that you actually have to pick within the paracentric keyway. That is not at all true. You're going to end up with a bent as fuck pick. This is a number 4. Remember, this piece right here is supposed to be down here, but because I tried to use this to pick through paracentric keyways, it ended up all the way up here. You have to go through the holes so that you don't bend your picks. This is how people break their picks. This is a $4 pick. Here are 2 of the replacements that I had to buy because I wanted to make sure that I had enough based on the number I was breaking when I was picking this guy. I did not buy additional 0.5s. I did not buy the number 5 hooks that I really should have been buying. Instead, wrap tape around this guy. I ended up having to figure out how to get my picks to work after I'd already bent them. Don't bend your picks. Pick through the keyway. Do exactly the way that it's designed to do. Now, I am going to come up with a challenge in the near future. This is a Magnum Mont Blanc. This is a brown belt level lock. It is a wafer lock. It is not capable of being, gutted. You're not able to take it apart. Here's mine. Here's the one that I have. This is actually 2 locks. We can't turn it into 2 locks because I don't think you guys can see it. It's going to look like 2 little white dots there. They have shoved BBs into the screws. So you can't take these screws out, which means you can't split this apart and make it 2 locks. So I have 5 locks for each one of these locks. I am going to try to cut this in half. If I can cut it in half, then I can make 4 locks. If I can make 4 locks, then I'm going to have 3 people available for a challenge. I just showed you my pet peeve here was you have to pick a paracentric keyway through the holes that exist in the warding. If you don't understand that there are holes in the warding, that's on you, right? What is your, this is my knowledge. If you guys don't accept that knowledge, that's on you. What is and I mean, it's almost as simple as you undo a lockwood and they're going to have a Phillips head screwdriver. And if you don't accept it's Phillips head, that's on you. Like, that's the way I feel about that ABIS is if you don't accept that there is this level of technology underlying, that's on you. What have you found that has an underlying technology that you really need to share with people so they can understand it? I've heard things like, with M3s or God, what is the other one? Actually, I hate to say it, but I might be able to look around my room and find one. It's a Medico biaxial, the biaxial. Somebody said something the other day where you can pick a biaxial and it will only pick to the level it's supposed to be picked in one direction as long as you haven't picked the other direction, which means that you can pick the entire, number of pins that are in the lock as long as you haven't spun any of the keys that require the second direction. So it makes it, uh, in my opinion, it turns it from like a red level lock to a purple level lock. They're like, no, it turns from brown to blue or something like that, right? So what is that thing that you can point out that keeps people from breaking equipment, that produces better picking experience, more knowledgeable lock sport people? What can you provide to the community? Because you got a Mont Blanc waiting for you. If you can give me something really interesting, something really good that I can reflect on and go, you know what? You're right. This turned what I would say is a red level lock into a purple level lock for me. This turned, as I've been pointing out with the Avis and the Lockwood, a what I thought was a purple level lock back down to a blue level lock, or a blue level lock, in my opinion, down to a green level lock for the Avis. What turned something from difficult to easy or easier for you? That's what I think is going to be the heart of my challenge. I just have to figure out how to phrase it, properly document it, and put it out online. And in all honesty, I might take a reciprocating saw and turn this into a more than a single winner challenge. So I don't know. I got to figure out how to make that work. But I feel like, let's see, at this point, I'm at 39 minutes after midnight. I think I might have met the requirements for the Night Watch challenge. I think you guys have gotten the benefit of me complaining about what I'm missing out of my EDCs and how much I love my SWIC. Um, I feel like I have done a good job in doing what I was supposed to do here for this particular live stream, and I hope that people that watch it in the future are happy with what I've done. I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream now. Guys, Mountain Mick was here. He is absolutely one of my best friends on the lock sport communities. He's been asking a lot of questions. I hope you guys are able to reach in, respond to him, and give some good suggestions as to future content that he or I can provide for you. But other than that, Argyle signing out.